everyone, this is Dr. Liv with Livwithnewinsight, and thank you for joining me in another video. The title of today's video is This Isn't Love. Have you ever looked at a relationship and thought, they must really love each other because of the affection, chemistry, and the way they appear together? But what if I told you that everything that looks like love isn't necessarily love? So let's talk about the differences between love, lust, attachment, and emotional dependency. Just because there are smiles and giggles, kisses and caresses, intense eye gazes, romantic music playing in the background, couples wearing matching pajamas, a good outward appearance does not mean it's love. Oftentimes, what many people call love is really lust, infatuation, trauma bonding, attachment, emotional dependency, and familiarity. Love isn't abusive. Love isn't deceitful or disloyal. Love isn't arrogant or selfish. Love isn't neglectful. Love does not intentionally cause physical, mental, or emotional pain. So do not be fooled. Know the difference between love and attachment. Just because there's a strong attraction or a long history together does not mean there's love. And this doesn't mean you are not genuine. It doesn't mean you are not worthy or capable of love. But understand this, a person's treatment of you is only going to be as healthy as they are themselves. Even when someone has good intentions, if they have unresolved trauma, unhealthy habits, faulty thinking, poor coping skills, or personal issues such as anger, jealousy, control, insecurities, entitlement, or fear of abandonment, those things will eventually surface in the relationship in some way, shape, or form. It will show in how they treat you, in what they expect from you, in how they communicate, problem solve. It will show up in their needs and preferences, their thinking, their mood, their behavior, and their overall attachment style. Because people are shaped by their life experiences, both good and bad. And what happens to us doesn't automatically disappear just because we enter a relationship. So if the person has never taken the time to process these experiences, understand how they have shaped them, and intentionally work on changing them, these experiences can and will continue to govern who they are, especially when it comes to interpersonal relationships, because relationships require you to do things that may be difficult when you have unresolved issues. You're expected to communicate, to listen, to show respect and consideration for another person, to be honest, to demonstrate empathy, to take accountability, to regulate your emotions instead of making your emotions someone else's responsibility. You're expected to compromise, expected to respect boundaries, and you're expected to recognize that another person has needs, thoughts, feelings, preferences, and experiences that may be different from yours. And that's where unresolved issues begin to matter. Because it's easy to appear loving when everything is going your way and when you're getting what you want. It's easy to smile, kiss, cuddle, say I love you, buy flowers, plan dates, and create beautiful memories when there is no conflict. But what happens when you're angry, when you disagree, when you hear no, when your partner sets a boundary, when you don't get your way? And what happens when your partner has a need that conflicts with your own? That's when you begin to see the differences between love and attachment. Because love is not just about how someone makes you feel when things are good. Love is also revealed by how someone treats you when things are not so good. Love requires emotional maturity, accountability, honesty, respect, consideration, and the willingness to look at yourself and say, there are parts of me that I need to work on. So understand that having trauma doesn't make someone a bad person. Having insecurities doesn't make someone unworthy of love. Making mistakes doesn't make someone incapable of having a healthy relationship. But refusing to acknowledge, address, and work on unhealthy patterns makes it very difficult to give and receive healthy love. Because good intentions alone are not enough. You can genuinely love someone and still hurt them. You can genuinely care about someone and still have unhealthy behaviors. You can have feelings for someone and still be emotionally unavailable. You can be attached to someone and still not know how to love them in a healthy way. And sometimes what we call love is really attachment to a person, attachment to the history, attachment to the memories, attachment to their potential, or attachment to how that person makes us feel. And that's why you have to look beyond the butterflies, chemistry, attraction, physical intimacy, and good memories. Look at the patterns, because love is more than a feeling. Love is demonstrated through behavior. And sometimes the hardest truth to accept is that someone can have strong feelings for you and still not be capable of giving you real healthy love. And that does not mean you aren't lovable. It means the other person's capacity to love is limited by what they had and by what they have not dealt with themselves. So never measure love by the intensity of the connection. Measure it by the quality of the relationship, because a relationship can be passionate and still be unhealthy. It can be intense and still be toxic. It can feel familiar and still be harmful. It can be difficult to leave and still not be love. So do not be fooled by the appearance of love, because real love isn't just how someone makes you feel. It's about how someone consistently treats you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.